I said, myself along with everybody has done it. But what makes you a better person, and we strive to be better each and every day that God has given us another day that He's waking us up to be able to get it right. It's never too late to get it right. It's never too late to work relationships, friendships out to make it right. Whether the other person want to accept it or not. As long as you make the first initiative, the first step to try to resolve an issue that may have occurred between you and somebody, that's the most biggest thing that God respects, I feel, because He will continue to bless you, you know. And so I'm happy to see that people are in the chat. Hey Sylvia, how are you? I'm happy to see that people are in the chat, and it's people that I've once spent time with, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other people may not even know that I'm live right now because I don't never really go live. I always watch other people's live, but um, when I was in church last Sunday, like I was telling Ruth, I went to the altar because it had been some things that I really wanted to connect with God on, and the pastor, he prayed for me, and I just wanted to put out a lot of prayers in different situations and for different people that I felt in my heart I wanted to pray for. And God has answered some of those prayers within the last week. And I thank God for that. And I just want to say that whatever it is that the enemy is trying to attack anybody with, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. He is beneath you because the Lord said He will never forsake you. He will never leave you. He will never leave any prayers left unmet. Whatever you need, the Lord is going to give it to you. And I'm a true witness to that. I'm a true witness to that. I've been angry at people and I've been upset with people. But you know what? I said, you know what? If I know who I belong to and He holds all power in His hand, what am I mad at this person for? Because that's too much energy on my heart. I don't need no stress. I'm not trying to have a heart attack at 50. I'm just trying to live and be happy and do whatever it is that I can do to help somebody else be happy, even if it's just kind words. So, Bruce, is it anything you want to say, or because I'm just filled with God's love, and I just want to show it and share it with everybody else.
Right, right. I just want to say, touch bases on, things that you said, because, I've been going through some things myself within the past month. My life has been turned around through some events that occurred where, I had some medical issues and so forth, and which I'm still dealing with. But I totally, I totally depend and rely on God to see me through. Uh, just like with some people that you and I both know, they going through some things as well. But
Amen. Yes.
the situation seemed grim. But we just got news today that everything is going to be all right. And I knew as soon as I heard the news, I knew that could be nobody but God. You
Amen.
know,
Yes.
just
Thank
like I know God is going to bring my brother through this situation. You
Right.
know,
I don't mean to interrupt you, Bruce. Dom K wanted to ask you, when is the last time that you spoke to Robert?
um, well, it's been a minute now. It's been over a month since I talked to Robert because he's doing he's doing what he's doing as far as trying to get his message out there to about what the the government has been doing to him. There's some things coming up where I will be, I'm going to have a big surprise coming up real soon as far as, doing some things and stuff that people going to be really shocked because speaking of bringing the message to the people, not just YouTube people, but the people of the world about what has been going on with him as far as what the government has done. people are really going to be shocked to find out what that entails. So um, he he reached out to me to find out about my health. You know, he that's what he was mostly concerned about, and you know, things are going to be okay. You know, I know people don't know, but I'm about to endure an operation. It's coming up probably within a month. So, you know, I'm asking you guys to pray for me and, you know, to just keep me in your prayers. And as I go through this and, and come out, you know, come out okay. So,
Okay,
you
and
know,
Bruce, Randa's asking, when are you gonna get your channel up? Because everybody's been waiting. Hey, Mad Support.
well, I'm still working on that because the thing is that the where I was at wouldn't allow me to do that. And when I do my channel, I want to be totally in control. I don't want anyone else to have to dictate to me when, what, or you know how anything needs to be done. So I got some things in the making though that I think is going to really shock some people and stuff. In which about within a week, you guys will know because I will be going public to let people know what that entails and what's going to go down.
You're good, Mad Support. Yeah. So yeah, because we all waiting, Bruce. We know it's gonna be a lot of humor and a lot of informative information, informative information.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of information. It's gonna be a lot of cooking, a lot of you know, just having some good, you know, clean fun and a lot of information that people probably just don't know about. Some good stories and stuff that you know people don't know about as far as being out on tour and being in different parts of the world and things of that nature and stuff. So I'm really anxious to bring that to you, and you know, let people know, you know, what went down in the different, you know, different times in our life. You know, even going back to when we were kids and you know things of that nature. But again, you know, it's going to all be positive. I'm not going to come out trying to bash anyone
Right.
or you know anything. You know, I pretty much have said in the past what I had to say, what I wanted to say, and I'm not one to keep reiterating, you know, the things that I've already said. So the things that I'll be talking about will be new and exciting things that's going to, I think, is going to bring a lot of informational, uh, um, you know, a lot of information to the table. I just put it like that. So
Right.
yeah,
Um, yeah, because a lot of people are waiting. A lot of people are waiting for you to start that, and so am I. Because you know we discussed a little bit about it, and you gave me a little bit of information as to what you wanted to bring on your channel, and it's some good ideas. And I know that you know you will be um, moving forward with that information because it's positive information. And like you said, you want to bring other things to it, you know, your cooking thing that you wanted to do, and also just talking about old stories that only you could tell, you know. So I think
yeah.
that everybody would enjoy to do that. And Sylvia is asking, will you be singing as well?
No, I'm not doing no singing, but I got a lot of great tracks and stuff. You know, I am working on a stepping album. So you know, I sing background, but I have people to sing certain songs and stuff, and then I got some instrumental tracks that's on the stepping level, you know. But you guys will be hearing it. You'll be hearing it, and you know, I'm urging you to let me know exactly what you think. You
Right.
know,
And you know we all will. It'll be like the Apollo.
you say what?
I said, you know we all will. It'll be like the Apollo.
Oh yeah. All right, just don't. I don't want to see no ding dongs.
No, we
You know. Yeah, but I think some people are gonna really be surprised though, because you know, a lot of people don't know that side of me, you know. So when I come, I gotta come like Martin say, I gotta come with the boom, you
right,
know.
right.
Yeah.
And yeah. Randa was saying, don't let anyone try to run or control you. Do what's in your heart. Do what your heart says. And that's good. That's good.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's one thing. That's one thing about me that you know, no one. I will let no one dictate to me what I need to do for me or what I feel in my heart. You know,
Right,
because it's my heart. It's my life. So
right,
you know, if I'm not happy with that, I can't I can't make anyone else happy. Uh, Doing what they want me to do. I can't
right,
make myself. I mean, I can't make myself happy doing what someone else wants me to do from their perspective. I have to do what suits me, you
right,
know. And
right.
if that touches somebody, then then my job is done, you know. But the main thing right now is that I reach out and I do some things that is going to help Robert feel better about, that task ahead because, this thing is just is getting started because, he's getting ready to go into a whole nother phase in this ordeal. I mean, he's not going to be here in Chicago. Um, and we don't know, when that's going to be, so, my thing is to make sure that he remain strong,
Right,
and I'm urging, his supporters and his fans to keep and continue to do what they're doing to let him know that, it's still a lot of love out here for him. He needs to know that so when he does make a move, he can take that love with him and sustain um, the time that it's going to take to get from here to his appeal,
right,
because that's the next phase in this whole thing is his appeal. And we get there, then we head to home base, I feel like we heading to home base, and that's the whole thing, home base, you know. So let's rally for him to remain strong, and so we can make sure that he does see home. You know, that's the main thing, to make sure that he sees home.
right, right. And that's why we just, hey, Shelly, that's why I'm calling on everybody, and I'm really getting like, you got my truth. This is me. And I'm not ashamed to speak in front of nobody. I'm not ashamed to speak on God. I'm not ashamed to speak on His grace and mercy. But we all are here for a reason, right? Um, we all have a past, and we've all been through things that God has brought us out of, right? And I just thank Him for each and every one of us that he has blessed, and he has brought us out of things that as we got wiser, we knew it was only God that did it. And I love people so much. And I think it stemmed from when my mom got murdered when I was 4 years old. When I turned about 12 or 13, I want to say, I made a promise to God that I would love people no matter what. Now, as I got older, I didn't realize that loving people, you would endure things that you didn't deserve, or you would endure things like you loving people and them not loving you back, or they say they love you and then they don't show you. I didn't know any of that. And this is part of my testimony. And I one day I just cried out to God and I asked him, why is it that I love people so much and I'm so free hearted and I try to show people what I want, right? Like all I want to do is be loved, you know? And so God, he spoke, it's like I don't know if anybody's ever experienced this, but when you just cry out to God and you can feel all of your emotions just running through your body. And God said to me, you said this is what you wanted, so I gave it to you. So what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna turn away from loving people? Are you gonna love people unconditionally? You understand what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
when I realized, and that's when I came to the conclusion as to no matter what I endure with people, I still have to love people because that's the promise that Tina made to the Most High. Nobody else made that promise but me. And I'm willing to walk this journey of life and stick to what I said because I don't like to start something and don't finish. And the enemy tried to mess with me and Bruce yesterday because we were going to come live yesterday to get this message out. But I was having some difficulties with the internet and all of this other stuff, but that's beyond me. But I thank God. I thank him so much that we were able to get connected. You know, unfortunately, he wasn't at work today. So that made it even better. And then just to see you all come in and show so much love to this positive message, it just fills my heart with joy. Really, it does.
Well, you
Is
know,
it?
T, we've been talking about this for a minute,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that I was excited, that it was able to you know, uh get off the ground, and we both was adamant
Yeah.
about making it happen, and
Right.
and it did. And this is just the first of many to come because you're gonna have to grace minds as well. You know, I want you to be a guest to taste one of my meals. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I'm gonna want you to be on. We'll talk about that, but one of my panels or something. But it's some really good things getting ready to happen, and I don't, like right now, I'm really not at liberty to speak on that right now, but I will, very soon. So just keep a ear out, keep your eyes open and stuff because really within probably the next week or so, you will be hearing about a project that I'll be working on. That some people going to really really be shocked and surprised, but it's nothing bad though, at least not on my part. I mean, if someone has a bad thought or idea about what's going to take place, then that's really their problem, not mine. But I'm going to do what's been put on my heart to do, and make the best of it, and still try to come out on top while at the same time trying to redeem my family, you know,
Right.
trying to redeem my family and stuff, because right now that's my family, my health. That's the most important thing in my life right now. Uh, that's all I got. That's all I got, um, and right now that's really all I need. So I'm going to be at my best to do what it is that I need to do to overcome the obstacles that have been placed in my path, and do what I need to do to overcome those obstacles. That's
Right.
that's that's the way it's always been for me in life in general. Things are going to pop out. People are going to be put in place to try to make you stumble and everything. And sometimes we just got to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and keep it moving.
Right.
And I don't know about nobody else, but that's the way I am. That's where I've always been, and I'm going to continue and always be that way. You
Right.
know.
And Bruce, I got a couple of questions. Sylvia said, what is one of your specialties as far as your meals that you will be making? And Matt Supporter wanted to know, will you be making meals to feed the homeless and shut in? Yeah, the homeless and shut in.
Okay, one of my most favorite meals I like to make because everybody loves them, and that's I call them Nacho Mama's tacos. I make a bomb taco, tostadas, enchiladas. Um, uh, I make a really really great lasagna. I got a really great lasagna, whether it's meat in it or broccoli, um, and just in general, like Thanksgiving. I make a bomb on the dressing, the turkey, a roast, greens, candy yams, everything. It's nothing that I can't cook. And when I get in that kitchen, I spread a lot of love. So when you eating one of my meals, you taste the love, and therefore you will have no time to be talking. Because all you gonna be doing is smacking and eating and clinking and clanking. That's all you gonna hear.
And Dana says she would want to cook with you. She's a foodie and she loves cooking as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Sylvia said
Well,
that Mexican and Italian food are her favorite.
Mexican, that's basically mine too. I love Italian foods. I can make a pizza from scratch. I'm talking about from the dough to the tomato sauce, and I'm talking about a bomb pizza, not just a pizza, but a pizza that you're gonna eat up, and it's not gonna be a piece of crust left. So yeah, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but the horn's tooting by itself. You know, it's tooting by itself, and no, but I'm speaking like that because the response that I get from when I cook, and people are eating what I cook. It's never anything left. So that tells me it's got to be good.
And Lily said, um, introduce the pie.
Do what?
She said, introduce the pie. The pie that you make. Could you hear me?
Oh, yeah, yeah. She's talking about, I got pies that I make and cakes and stuff. I call them Joe Angel cakes, Joe Angel cakes and Joe Angel pies. Because I named it after my mom. Joanne Angel, so I call them Joe Angel cakes and Joe Angel pies. But they off the chain though. I make a fried peach pie, fried apple pie, fried cherry pie. And I'm just all around bake. I like baking. Um, and it's not that I just like it, but I know how to do it well. And people show that by eating everything up. It's never anything left. So, like I say, it must be pretty good. Robert paid me $3,500 one year to cook Thanksgiving dinner, and for about 50 people. So, and I'm talking about there was nothing left. The pots and everything. They scrape the pots to get the rest of the dressing. So, when you scrape the pot to get the rest of the dressing, there must be something to it.
Yeah, it gotta be no
Yeah. So,
leftovers.
yeah, I can't, that's one thing I can't wait to do is to do that. I'm going to have a segment on my show called Cooking with the Kizzle, and where I will be cooking a meal and have people come in and sit down and eat and have commentary on what they really thought about the meal, you know. So, just have some fun with it, do something a little different than, the normal everyday run of the mill, you know, show. I want to do something different, and it's coming. It's definitely coming.
Yes, and also, Sylvia wants to know how long you been cooking. Dana wants to know, um, when will your YouTube channel be starting for that? And Trent say, why you take your brother money like that?
What are you talking about?
For cooking the food, all the good food.
Yeah, that's called a job. That's called a job. If I didn't take it, somebody was going to take it. And why not get the best person for the job to do what he wanted? He wanted a bomb Thanksgiving dinner, and that's what he got. I mean,
Right.
that wasn't Thanksgiving, that was Christmas. He wanted a bomb Christmas dinner, and that's exactly what he got. Now he the one gave me the extra, but I'm not gonna turn it down. Are you serious?
Hey, Simbo, Bruce Simbo, he said Bruce can't cook.
Yeah, well, I bet you if he sit down at the table when I put a plate in front of his face, I bet you he eat it up. I bet you that.
They just messing
Downtown
with
Millennium
you.
Park,
Hey, what's
kicking it
that in
with
the
kicking it with Lady C in Millennium Park.
back?
Yeah, yep.
Brandon said, I'm not turning down the money. Y'all funny. I'm so glad that you guys came in because it's a blessing. I just got, it's like God keep putting that in my head. Love, peace, happiness, because, it used to be, I used to hear my dad say, gone here today, gone tomorrow. But now, if you take a look around, it's here today, gone today. So I just, I have to emphasize that, like, as long as we're able to use our limbs and be able to feel our heartbeat and be able to have a sound mind, waking up in your right mind, it's no excuse to love. And as I said, we all have different opinions on different things, but love is something that should never change. It should never change. And the reason why I say that, because God, no matter what we do, whether it's good or bad, God does not have an unchanging hand. His hand is always the same. He's not a God that when he get mad of us, he take his love back. Or if we don't do what he want us to do, he take his love back. His love remains the same. And I try my best to strive to perfect what I speak out of my mouth. And it just amazes me when you are coherent to knowing what God is about and what he's really about, it's a good feeling. I can't even explain it. It's just a good feeling. I love to see people, and Bruce is the same way because we the same sign, born on the same day, and that's why I said we've been wanting to do this for a long time, but time wouldn't prevail at that time, and it's like my spirit just kept saying, we got to do it. We got to do it. And Bruce would tell you, I just kept telling him, I said, we got to get this message out. We got to get this message out. It's positive. It's positive energy. Um, who would go against positive energy? Only people that don't know what God is, don't know God. That's the only thing I could come up with. People that don't know God, they're not gonna want to feed off this positive energy, and it's okay, because they'll be reached one day, or maybe they won't. I just hope it's not too late, you know. But back to what we were talking about, Bruce. Everybody is waiting on this channel, and I know that you're working on that right now, and you want to get some things done with it. And also, you're in the midst. You're still trying to support Robert, and you sent the shout out to Robert and Carrie to let your brothers know that you do love them dearly. And I know that you love them. You know that you love them. And I
Yeah,
can't wait.
I pray daily, Tina. I pray daily that God see fit to touch where needed, you know, people and places and a lot of different things that's going on in our life. I just continue to pray that He touches our situation and see fit to bring people around to the light that they need to see. You know, including myself. You know, I'm not proclaiming to be an angel, but I do know that I do know when uh, I've done wrong. But I do know that when I'm doing right, that that deserves some sort of accolade, some sort of respect, so to speak. And you know, no matter what you go through in life, whether it be with family, friends, or associates, you know, all you can do is you know, you can't control anyone, but you can always pray that God make the situation better. And I've found that through prayer it truly does change things. And I'm not just saying that because Robert wrote that song. That's it's a proven and given fact in my life. I'm not speaking about nobody else. But through prayer things have been changed, you know, and sometimes it might take a little longer than other times, but you know, believe it or not, it's always on time, you
Right.
know. So
And yeah, that's true what you said. I had a couple of questions. Well, actually, Sylvia said that she's praying for you on your surgery that's coming up soon. And
thanks,
Sibbo
Sylvia.
said, yeah, Sibbo said that you are loyal to your family members. And this
You
chat is
know,
moving
I
fast.
have to be because you know what? Regardless of what people see, our family is not that big. It's not that big, and we got. You know, and when I'm speaking on is my family, uh, my immediate family, my biological family. It's not that many of us, so I have to I have to lean on God. I have to lean on Him to to make our family as strong as possible, to make it strong as we used to be. I was talking to someone today, and I was telling them how you know cancer and diabetes took most of the women out our family. You know, I endured that pain of cancer and the pain of watching my loved ones suffer uh, from cancer and from diabetes. You know, where one by one, the women in my life left, and imagine, I was 24 years old when my great grandmother died. 24. But I was blessed to have been on this earth and known that woman for those amount of years. Some people never ever even met their grandmothers, let alone their great grandmother.
Right.
And that's where I learned how to cook in the kitchen when I was growing up, being in the kitchen with that woman, watching her make cornbread, watching her make gravy and this and that. All that stuff stuck with me. It stuck with me until the very first time that I made a meal, she was the one who tasted it and told me that it was delicious. So that right there, it kept me going. It kept me in the kitchen and experiencing different things and stuff. And until, everybody started, let's get Bruce to cook this year. So that was a wonderful thing for me to grow up knowing that woman. She was a really amazing woman, very spiritual. Uh, Matter of fact, like I said, my great grandmother, she had diabetes, and I remember Robert and me. We went to see her in the hospital. She was in the hospital in Indiana, and we had went to the hospital and seen her the day after her operation, and then she was doing just fine. So on the way home, we were on the way home driving down the expressway coming from Indiana, going back to Chicago. It was just me and Robert in his Benz, top down, and listening to something on the radio, and all of a sudden he turns the radio off and just starts singing. Guess what he was singing? And that day, this is when this song was born. Bump and Grind. He wrote Bump and Grind on the way home for seeing our great grandmother, and she died the next day.
Uh,
She died the next day. But you know, we were just really glad that my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, they got an opportunity to see where Robert, where he, all his hard work had paid off. They watched him. They watched the sadness. They watched the disappointment of him going back and forth to New York, to Atlanta, to L.A. Disappointment after disappointment. People tried to steal his music. All they wanted was him to write for them. They wasn't ready for somebody like Robert. He was too much competition for them. So all they wanted was his music. They wanted his music. They wanted his writing. But he kept on going because of the women in our family. They encouraged him to, and told him, just hold off, baby. It's coming. Your time is coming. You know, and we were blessed to have women like that in our lives. You know,
right.
so you know that's why even though they're gone, they never gone. They will never be gone to me because they embedded in my heart. And until my heart stops beating, that's where they are. And that's
Amen.
real talk.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, it's just, I was blessed to have both of my grandmothers for a long time. I lost my dad's mom in 2016. She was 96. And I lost my mother's mother in 2018. She was 86. So, we all do hold on to those teachings from our grandparents and a lot of it just never leave us, and that's why I believe like a lot of us are we carry ourselves in a certain way, and we know right from wrong. When you know right from wrong, it's no excuse to not do what's right. And I know we all have gotten out of character, and even some people, we get out of church and then we go back, we get out, but we really know, even when we're out, we know where we need to be, you know. And so it's just a blessing to be able to communicate with people that are on the same track road that you're trying to stay on. And it's just a blessing. I can't say it as much.
Well, you don't need to say it as much because I mean, it's embedded, it's embedded, it's there, and that's where it's going to remain. You don't come up with people like that and then just forget them. You never forget them. There's not a day that goes by that my mother, Joanne Kelly, pops in my head, a song that she sang, or I could hear Billie Holiday singing and get a memory about something that my mom did, a show that she did where she wooed the crowd, just as Robert did. That's where he got his blessing. By watching our mom woo the crowd, he always wanted to do that, and he followed her footsteps until the day came for him. So it you know it's a blessing. It was truly a blessing to be a part of someone like that. Who I don't know how she knew that we would, be able to play instruments. She just started buying stuff for us. And next thing you know, I had a bass around my neck that was bigger than me, and but I knew how to play it though. And I don't know how I knew how to play it. I just knew whatever I heard, I could play it. And I played it. And it was just a good thing to to look over and see my mom singing, my brother singing, my sister singing. We all playing instruments and we're creating music, that ultimately led to a superstar being born. That it just don't get no better than that. That's why, until God put me 6 feet under, I will be out here doing whatever I need to do to see Robert come walking out of that place. Period. That's it. That's all. Okay, Lady T?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I had it on mute. Yeah, so I just we got a guest coming in.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello. Hey,
Can you
Chi-Town.
hear me? Hey,
Yeah, I
can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you. We can hear you.
What's
What's
up,
going
Shot
on?
Town? Shot Town?
What up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
All right. Lady, you wanted me up here because you sent me the link to come in.
I sent you the link because I didn't know which one I was pushing. But yeah, we were just I
Oh,
was
but so I'm interrupting y'all then.
no, if you can stay there if you want, but I was just bringing you up to date. We were just trying to bring some love and peace out here. Like I said, not to the Middle East, but to the YouTube streets. So we've been talking about a lot of
Right,
things.
right.
Bruce was giving our other brothers and sisters in Christ the information on his channel that's gonna be coming up, um
And send me the information to it so I can put it in
I'm
my community chat group
okay.
Okay,
or let
okay.
his information so I can put it in my community chat.
Right. And I had sent it to you, but I knew you was asleep right before you got ready to go to work. So yeah,
Oh, I ain't
we
even
just
looked at. I just looked at my text
yeah, I know.
message when you just text me. I ain't been in my messages.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, we
I'll
just
get. Listen, what I'm gonna do, lady. I'm gonna get off your panel and get your chat and listen to you
okay. Okay.
while I'm getting for work.
Okay.
I can listen.
Okay,
All
that'll be
right.
fine. Bye bye.
Talk to y'all later. See you, bro.
All right, see you later, Chat Town.
Yeah,
That was a pleasant surprise.
I was what I was trying to do was read the chat. Um Thank you, prayer changes. I'm just ecstatic. Like, to be honest, I I love peace. I love when people are loving on each other, and not in the wrong way. I don't want nobody to take that the wrong way. Because in these YouTube streets, you gotta watch what you say and how you word things. So y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I
Well,
mean.
it's like this. Tina, for me, I would rather spend time um creating or being in a position where I'm spreading joy, love, and understanding rather than havoc and misunderstanding and that kind of stuff,
Right.
because that what does that do? I mean, you know, a lot of people out here who spread love about for Robert, and it naturally shows because they spend an awful lot of time researching, um, uh, commenting, reporting, and everything. So
Right.
what I'm thinking about is, if you got that much love for somebody, why not take that love and put it all together and then come up with a solution to get this dude, to get my brother out of there, instead of you know uh causing a lot of confusion and stuff. Because with confusion, when you confused about something, you can't see a solution.
No.
You cannot see a solution when there's a lot of confusion and stuff going on. So I mean, to me, it would just be, it's a better thing when you got positive stuff going on, because what happens when positive things is going on? Positive things come to your mind. Positive things come into play. You know,
Right.
and so then now you got a lot of positive people working together at one positive goal. Then something's going to come up.
Right.
Something's going to come up where maybe two, three, four people are going to come up with some great ideas, and it won't
Right.
have anything to do with putting nobody down or um, talking about this person or that person, because none of that stuff is going to uh, to bring about a solution. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But one thing I can say, that a lot of people that you've mentioned that's in the chat right now, they have very positive uh, 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 things going as far as what's going on with Robert, and coming up with a lot of different things and stuff from what I see. You know, there's other things that's going on that I have nothing to do with, but as far as what I see, you know what I'm saying? A
Right.
lot of those same people, if they do what I'm saying, get together and spread love amongst each other, it's a whole bunch of shit that can come out that who
Power.
knows? Because one thing I
Wow.
can say is Robert has been talking about this you know what they did to him um as far as taking his records and stuff and you know sharing it and all that and stuff. But
Right.
one thing, the real thing that I would really like, you know, focus on with that is the fact that they took his 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 uh his lawyers and his conversations. That's attorney client privilege. That's the main thing. Out of everything that you know that's been said, that's the main one of the main things that needs to be addressed is that they took his attorney client privilege right away from him. That's the most important thing in that whole that was did that really means something because that's the reason why they come up with attorney-client privileges so that you can come up with a defensive strategy. If you take that, you can't come up with a defensive strategy. You know, and that's what's happened. That's what's happened here. You know, so I don't know. I don't want to get too caught up in this right now because of what we're trying to do. But you know, this shit gets passionate with me because that's my brother up in there. Been damn near 5 years. Been
Right.
damn near 5 years.
Right.
You know.
We have
So
I'm not trying to cut you off, brother. We got a few questions that they want to ask you. Sidbo wants to know, is Gregory Preston related to you all?
uh, let me say this. You know, Greg is our is very dear to our family. And what difference do it make? I mean, see, this is what I'm talking about. Why is that so important? I mean, um, we trying to spread love here, and Greg is like an uncle to us. Yes, he's like an uncle to us.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is, what you know,
And
where
I
is that
think
coming from? I mean,
I
what is that going to do?
I
What
think
he
Sidbo asked that question because it's a lot of people. The message I
I tell you like
seen.
this, Greg has been around our family for 40 something years. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, but I'm still, you know, what's the big deal about it though?
Yeah, I feel what
I
you're saying.
mean, you know, he's dear to our family. Period.
Right. Okay.
You
So
know,
I think why he asked that, brother, is because just like I see a message that Randa posted, she said, do you feel like there's a lot of people out here currently trying to take advantage off of your brother's name with
well,
can you hear
well,
me?
you know, I wouldn't put Greg in that category because Greg's been all around the world with us. You
No,
know,
no,
from the
no, we're not. They're not saying Greg. The question was, do you feel that there's a lot of people out here trying to take advantage off of this current situation that's going on with Rob and inserting his name with certain things? That's what the question was.
absolutely, yes.
Right.
You know, and that ain't just started. That's been since the beginning of his career, but more so now
With
than
certain
than you know in the past. But yes, right now in today's era, what's going on with him? There's a lot of people taking advantage of that.
right.
You know, a lot of people. You know, Don Russell set up and said he said this at his house. Robert is where he needs to be. And I started to slap slob out his mouth. It took everything in me not to put my hands on him because I was trying to locate Robert's masters. That was my whole ordeal being there, was locate Robert's masters and get him out his hands. So I wanted to know, the shit that he was saying, but I had to endure some things and control myself in order to get there. But that was shut down, some circumstance and stuff that I was unable to do that,
Right.
So,
well, I want you right. I mean to cut you off right here because I don't want you to.
I'm not going there. I'm not going nowhere else.
Okay. You know how your sister gets you. I just want you to. I want you to stay calm because I know how much this bothers you with certain situations, and I want us to just stay in that place where we started this off with because we know what it is that we're trying to bring out and push out here and for you.
Right, and then my health condition, it's not at the best for me to be getting upset and all that anyway. So I got you. I have to have me, too, though. You know what I'm saying? I have to watch that.
And then on the behalf of the people that asked questions about Gregory, it wasn't coming from a place to say that he was like that. I think a lot of people are concerned with certain people out here claiming to be a part of the Kelly's family when they know that they're not, and they know that they are not blood connected to you all. Am I right, Chad? I think that's what those questions was asked for because Bruce, I gotta bring up our story to let everybody know.
You say what?
I gotta bring up our story to let everybody know how we became brother and sister through Christ. One day I was at Chi-Town Finest house and wait 1 second. Okay, I'm back. One day I was at Chi-Town Finest house. We were I was up in Chicago because we was getting ready for one of our protests. And me and Chi-Town, we were sitting there talking, and my phone went off. Like I got a notification, and it was a notification from Bruce Kelly. So I was like, yeah, right. Bruce Kelly messaging me, right? So I told Chi-Town and we laughed about it. And I put the phone back down. And so I said, you know what? Since whoever this is playing with me, I'm finna play with them. So I picked my phone back up and I said, this ain't no Bruce Kelly. So Bruce said, this is Bruce Kelly. And I said, nah, just like Snoop Dogg texted me the other day. And so I said, this is not Bruce Kelly. So he said, yes, this is. This is BK Kizzle. I'm the real Bruce Kelly, and I hope it's not nobody out there portraying to be me. So I said, well, this how I told him. You remember that, right? I
said, like yesterday.
This is the real Bruce Kelly. Hit your video. So when he turned the video, I said, what up, Kizzle? Like I have been knowing him. And that's how we connected. And we've been friends ever since, brother, sister. And it's been all love, And then we found out our birthdays was the same day. And so that was just crazy to me how it happened because I don't know. It just, and that's what I say. The Lord works in mysterious ways. He really do.
Then you came to the conference on the 22nd of October, 2020.
Right.
And that's when we actually met.
Right. Right.
And ever since then, it's been like brother and sister.
Right.
Ever since then, you
Right.
know, and nothing more, nothing less. And
Exactly.
and but it's something that I never regret. I
Right.
never regret because everything that's come from you, Tina, with me, the whole situation has always been positive. It's always
Thank
been spiritual. It's always been uplifting.
thank you.
Nothing. I don't care what the situation might seem. You always have brought a brighter side to whatever the situation might be.
Thank you.
And that's what I'm talking about. Things of that nature, not always looking like, the glass is always half empty, but half
Right.
full. You know, you look at things like that, and people need that, at least I like to have that in my life. I'd rather have someone, looking at a brighter side than the dark side, you know. So,
Exactly. Exactly. I'm so pleased that everybody, like I said, when God is in the midst of something, it always turns out right. It always turn out right. And I just can't thank him. Y'all just don't know how this feels for me because I always, and it's not just with the YouTube sector, it's with my own family. I've always been the type of person that want to bring people together on a positive note. And like I said, I can't control people. I don't try to control people. I just try to advise people the rightfully thing to do. And I had to advise myself as well because, we all are human. We all step out of character every now and then. But um, it's this saying that my daddy used to say, when you get out of character, slow your roll. And I know we've all heard that. And I know that if I can remember my father telling me certain things, and we all came from that kind of upbringing, a lot of other people know what I'm talking about. You know, when you get out of your body and get beside yourself, and you not doing what's right, it's time to check yourself. Check yourself before you try to check anybody else. You got to check yourself because when you check yourself, you're gonna do either two things. You're gonna continue to do what's wrong or try to swerve to do what's right. You know,
uh,
and
yeah, yeah,
this, when I talked to Bruce about this doing this live, when we decided, because we, like he said, we've been wanting to do it for a while now, like for a while, and it wasn't strictly about Robert. We just wanted to bring positivity, love, and just give somebody else something else for some everybody to tune into. Because after a while, like for me, like I said, we've all done it. We've all listened to yada yada yada, and all this stuff. But after a while, for me, being that my mind is very intriguing, it gets tired. I don't want to hear it no more. I got to listen to something that's gonna stimulate my mind, and that's what I try to stay on. I love to read. Sometimes I think I read too much, my eyes start hurting. And then, sometimes me and Bruce will be on the phone. He making me laugh, I'm making him laugh. And, it's not a dull moment. So I know that if he says that he's like that, and I know that Carrie is like that too. Carrie, he make you laugh in a minute. And then the stories that I hear from Bruce when him and his brothers would be joking with one another, I find out that Robert is a big jokester too. So I mean, I kind of can imagine what the house used to be like when they all was growing up together.
yeah,
So this lesson to just be, and that's why I say everybody that has been in this fight for Robert. it's not just for Robert, it's for Robert and his family as well. You know, if you really look at it, because um, how can we fight for Robert and don't fight for the family? You see what I'm saying? So if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. But when it makes sense, this is what come from that, you know. Um, and it's just amazing how the Lord he brings people together for a good cause. And it takes me back to when we first started the protest and how that came about. You know, we had some good times. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't always bad. You know, we had some good times, and we can't take nothing from nobody because we all played a part and we all gave some type of support to the protest. You know, even when we got bashed, we didn't give up. We kept going, you know. But that comes with when you're fighting for something, it's not going to be easy, you know. Just like it's not easy for Rob, it's not easy for Bruce, it's not easy for Carrie, it's not easy for their family, you know. It's not easy for the supporters. It's not easy for the bloggers. None of us knew that we would have to endure some of the things that we all have endured. You know, we can't blame it on Rob because Rob is not responsible for anyone's actions. He's only responsible for his. I'm only responsible for mine. Bruce is only responsible for his. But what I can say is that our people, meaning our Black people, our Black race, we need to start really sitting back and just take a moment to think about how blessed we are. You know, we had Sylvia who came on the YouTube streets, and she came and she brought spiritual guidance. You know, she did something that I didn't see anybody else doing. And everybody got something from that, you know. Um, we had people that
What happened, T?
I'm sorry, you all. My grandson is just antsy right now because I'm using his. Okay, I'm sorry, you all. I had to straighten
Cena,
something out for
hey, you
him.
know what? It's been wonderful, but I'm gonna have to
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm
end
gonna have
it.
to
No, I said, yeah, we're gonna end it because we've been on for a while. But I just
yeah.
want to say to everybody in the chat, anybody that's in the bushes, thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate the love and the support that you have given to us while we came in to try to do something a little different. Thank you for everyone that took the time out to tune in. And Bruce will be letting me know when he got some information that he want to put out, or he will be putting it out on his channel once he gets it up and going. So thank you, everybody. And
No, actually, they'll be hearing about it, but they'll be hearing about it from on HN News.
oh, okay,
Uh, yeah, so they'll be hearing about it probably within a week. You know, they'll see. But I appreciate you guys tuning in to Lady T's uh uh live. You know, it was really cool. I had fun. You know what I'm saying? No negativity and drama free. 2023. That's what's happening. You know.
Right. I just want to pray before you. I just want to pray on our way out before you leave out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Father God, I come to you as humble as I can be right now, this moment, this second, this hour, Father God, giving all praise and glory to you,